And welcome to the Cosmology segment, Milky Way Galaxy Team. First thing we're looking at in today's Cosmology segment on today, January 25th, 2020, is the location of the planets and so on in the solar system. It's pretty much new moon right now, and the Earth is kind of all alone right now on this side of the sun, as Jupiter and Saturn line up for a major planetary alignment. Mercury and Venus swing around. There's where things will be in a week, including phase of the moon, Venus creeping up, Mercury creeping up on Venus. And here's where things are above my head, as it's always good to be interested in things like air superiority. And we've got a bunch of objects up there, everything from Jupiter to Saturn to the Sun and the Moon. And it's a conjunction between the Moon and Mercury, with Venus trailing in this case. Check out in-the-sky.org if you need yourself a sky chart. Now check out this fantastic image. This is an image by the ESA, and it's got to do with their Proba 2 mission, where they've taken an image of the sun every single day of the year, carefully chosen, and put it all in one image. We put the article in yesterday's video, but we figured we would include it again. Yes, again. That's spelled A-G-A-Y-N-E, again. And again, it is from the SciTech Daily article, presenting the sun in 2019 in 365 images. So all 365 days of the sun, all in one image, courtesy of the ESA. Nicely done. Shout out! And let's briefly talk about neutrinos, some extremely low mass, low interaction type particles. Named a neutrino because it's similar to a neutron in terms of its ability to interact with things. However, very, very small in mass, representing about 0.02% the mass of an electron. We've been detecting some neutrinos coming out of the Earth. And is that because they're generated in the Earth or because they're traveling through the Earth? Let's just say it calls some cosmic models into question. And I'm just letting it scroll down the article here. This is the article from Extreme Tech. This is the balloon neutrino sensor that's floating around over the Antarctic right now. And neutrinos are an interesting aspect of particle physics. If you want to read more about them, check it out on Encyclopedia Britannica. And there are three different kinds: electron, muon, and tau neutrinos. They're all believed to be derived from a different source. They're all very difficult to detect since they only interact with gravity and the weak nuclear force, which is believed to be their source. As isotopic decay occurs, neutrinos are part of the decay process. If you want to read more about it, check it out at Encyclopedia Britannica. And we are not paid a penny to mention Encyclopedia Britannica. Before we move on, did you see today's space weather video? Were you aware of the 6.8 quake striking Turkey and the yellow alert level for Mauna Loa and the ultra-slow solar wind speed and the weather disasters and the coronavirus? Well, check out youtube.com. Now, while we're plugging social media, I would like to request that all of our viewers go to Instagram, if you are somebody that has an account there, and follow Tattoo Ron with two N's. That's Tattoo Ron with two N's. Tattooronn with two N's. That's my cycling mentor. And while he's got significantly more followers than I do on Instagram, if you're into tattoos, you'll see a lot of artwork from him there. And I believe these are all his own original works. He works in Eastern Pennsylvania. If you'd like to get some work done, hit him up on Instagram, and he'll hook you up. And there's a bit of a representative sample of his work. Again, it's Instagram.com/tattooron with 2 N's. Tell him I sent you, and he'll be delighted. And he'll be delighted to put a bunch of holes in your skin, too, and inject into it if you like. Has anybody seen Pop Star? Never Stop, Never Stopping? Well, we're watching it tonight. Give us a comment if you think it's going to be good, or if you've seen it. Spoilers are irrelevant because we're not going to read your comments. Are you familiar with the model of how the Earth's geomagnetic field is generated? Well, we are, as I've been reading about it for a long, long time. As things like the Earth's geomagnetic dynamo, cosmic rays, and the catastrophe cycle have been something on my mind since, well, cosmic rays since about age 4, and the catastrophe cycle since about 6th grade, when I started studying geology at a place called Hawk Mountain, Pennsylvania. Leave a comment if you've been there. Let's talk about smAsho forum. There's an interesting conversation going on about the Earth's geomagnetic dynamo. Baseman thinks I'm an evil genius. And let me read you a quote. He suggests that the core of the Earth is in fact a microsun about 1,000 to 1,200 miles in diameter. And if you'd like to see what my answer is, well, we're not going to tell you in the video because we're trying to get you to go to smashomash.com/forum, where you can set up a login and create your own topics about things like what's inside the Earth, as mankind does not know. Let's talk about what's not inside the solar system, Nibiru, or any other brown dwarfs as we would see them. But apparently someplace there is a brown dwarf having all of its matter sucked up by a white dwarf, allegedly. Anyway, there's an article about it that you may be interested in reading over here at phys.org. It's actually all over the place, as in white dwarf binary systems are always of great interest, as we have a very hot, small, dense star with another object around it. Is it Nibiru, folks? No, no, no. It's not Nibiru. And if you think Nibiru is in our solar system, well, if Nibiru were in our solar system, folks, you'd be able to see it with a backyard telescope through a feature we call occultation. So when you're trying to look at a star and something passes in front of it, and you have a sophisticated enough telescope, you are able to discover objects as small asteroids through a thing called occultation. When an object blocks another object that you were expecting to be able to see, and that is why there is no Nibiru out there, because millions of backyard astronomers would have seen it like a century ago. Do you invest in crypto? Have you considered it? Consider getting a free account at Coinbase and getting $10 free by using our free link. So go to the free link, get a free account, get 10 free bucks via the link on Coinbase. And we'll occasionally even refer to crypto investment when we do economics sections. Thanks, Smash Team. And we've got plenty of bonus segments. First of all, we're going to look at the sun in 171 angstroms, as sunspot 2757 has actually grown in size and magnetic complexity. So there's the 171 angstroms view, and here's the fade to magnetic fields. And we see some bridging happening and some increased complexity and a significantly sized opposite polarity umbra there. So this thing has done the opposite of what it looked like it was doing earlier, and it has indeed increased in magnetic complexity and power. Here's the view in intensitygram, and you can see that we have 2 distinct umbrae now. So this thing, the sky's the limit. It is a cycle 24 sunspot. It is fairly close to the equator. There's the magnetogram. Let's refresh that. There's the freshest magnetogram. And we are actually seeing some mixing here. We've seen the X-ray flux come off the floor a little bit too. We'll cover it in tomorrow's space weather video. There's the 171 angstroms view with timestamp. active region rising down there in the south as well. So once again, cycle 24 activity, as well as cycle 25 activity on the same Earth-facing portion of the disk. And last but not least, we're going to do a close-up of 94 angstroms. You can see a little bit of X-ray flare happening there. Nothing, no significant X-ray flares or anything like that. There's the 94 angstroms view. This is about 18 hours on today, January 25th, 2020. And here's the ultra close-up on Helio Viewer. You can see the time and date stamps down at the bottom. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Stay spaced out. Look for more content coming soon. Please visit the links below the video. And best wishes to the SMASH team.